Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be giving you a case study and a really big deep dive of how exactly I grew a channel from 0 to 10,000 subscribers and a full-time income of about $4,000 a month. I know I'm using this for a lot of previous examples and it's maybe getting a little bit repetitive, our Hans Roblox channel, but I just really think this is the best and it's also the most recent example that I have, and overall I think the lessons of how this channel worked out was really valuable, because this is honestly one of the easiest channels I've ever grown. If you scroll all the way back down, you can see we blew up pretty much the third video, really even the second video you could say. So pretty much our second video ever posted on the channel did well. Even just our third video went completely viral. So the speed at which we got results on this channel I think was really quite strong. So I wanted to give you guys just a full extreme deep dive on how exactly I grew this channel. Not just how I built the production, but why I did this channel and how I found out about the niche and everything. So you can see we posted our first video January 26th, and I think right about here is when you could say the blow up really happened, March 13th. So it's January 26th to March 13th. It's a little bit over, just about 45 days, not even 2 months, to take this channel from nothing, from complete zero, no videos posted at all, to just, completely popping off. And we're not even posting that much anymore. We posted 4 videos in the last month and made $4,000. So we're making $1,000 a video right now almost. It's almost kind of ridiculous. And that's after 2 months. How was I able to do this, and how can you find a channel and do this, get this kind of result for yourself? So I'll take you through my process. I've organized it into 10 steps, and I think this is really the 10-step process that I follow for pretty much every channel that I do. Obviously not every channel is as successful as this one or as easily successful as this one, but it's kind of the same process. The first and really most important step for us is finding the niche. I think this is really so important, and it's something that a lot of people really don't talk about, because at the end of the day, if you're making videos for a bad niche, it's just not going to have an audience. There just won't be an audience at all for certain things, right? If I'm going to go on YouTube and make videos about Pony Adventure Quest, there's just no audience for that game, right? There's no one that wants to watch videos about that topic. And you could make literally the greatest Pony Adventure Quest videos of all time, but it doesn't matter because there's no viewers. So the niche is really what's going to set you up for success. And it's especially important for beginners as well, because if you're trying to compete with Mr. Beast and doing all these crazy stunts and these things, competing with these $1 million videos, you're not really going to be successful either. So there's a certain balance of you need something that has viewers while finding something that is also undersaturated enough. And so the way I like to do that is we start by just getting a general concept, or I guess maybe a better way to say it is the overall market. And so for this channel, our overall market that I decided I wanted to do was Roblox. How did I find this niche? Well, obviously, I've done a lot of gaming channels before, so gaming is a niche that I'm a really big expert on. We had blown up our Minecraft channel and had a lot of success with that. Minecraft was the biggest game on YouTube, so I started looking at what were some of the other biggest games on YouTube. So we took a big genre, which was gaming. We looked at the biggest thing in that genre, which was Minecraft. And then from looking at the biggest thing, we said, okay, we already have some success in it. It's a little bit too saturated for us to do more. So what is the next level? It's what are the games below Minecraft? There was Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite was a big one, Valorant, which we had success in already too, and then of course Roblox. And then there's literally 100 other games, but Roblox, I did a lot of research on this with Among Us and Fortnite, and thinking about what's our target audience? Okay, we want just to kind of target this Minecraft audience, kids that are playing games. So what are they playing? And then just overall we found the Roblox niche, and once you find the overall market, then you want to find essentially a subgenre. So we went from gaming, now we're down to Roblox, right? So this is the Roblox level, and our subgenre here is pretty solid. Roblox is pretty competitive. Now we want to actually learn the niche, right? What is Roblox? What would it mean to make videos about Roblox? Well, so Roblox is a game where essentially, if you don't know what Roblox is, people in Roblox make games. And so Roblox isn't really a game in itself, but it's you have literally these thousands of games that you could play. So it's more of a gaming marketplace. If you could imagine this as kind of like the entire iOS App Store, like that's what Roblox is. But the thing is that Roblox as a whole isn't actually really something you can make videos about, because there isn't just like a game that you can't just play Roblox. Like that's not really how it works. It's not like you can just play Minecraft or play Fortnite. It's different, right? It's kind of different. So, okay, our subgenre here is a little bit too broad to make videos for. So now we're going to dive into a sub-niche. And this is when we start getting into like, okay, we're going to make videos about an individual game in Roblox. So we're going to look at, okay, what are the most popular games? We have this one here right now. Blox Fruits is really popular. This Pet Simulator X is really popular as well. So we start researching these niches. Like I looked a lot into Brookhaven. I decided Brookhaven was a little bit too old, so the content market for Brookhaven videos was a little bit too established already. Pet Simulator was a really good option, but we found the game just didn't really have enough content for us. We didn't really like it. Doors was also a really good option that we considered, but Doors we found was a little bit too up and down depending on updates. Like it'll be really popular when there's an update, and then when there's no updates, like really not popular, and then just goes up and down too much. And then a lot of these other games just didn't really have a YouTube viewership. So we found this game Blox Fruits, and Blox Fruits is like an RPG game where you're kind of like killing stuff, leveling up. It's not kind of like an RPG game. It literally is just a Roblox RPG game. It's kind of inspired by like One Piece, and you essentially go around, you collect like fruits and items and level up your character and kind of gain some power. So we thought, okay, there's some good potential here. We research into the YouTube market for what other creators are doing, and we say, okay, it's not really that good. Like the content other people are making isn't really that good. So now we've settled on our sub-niche. Like we know the sub-niche is good because there's an audience. You know, this game has like 450,000 active players, has a total of like almost 16 billion plays in total, and there's good viewership on YouTube. And we take a look at the market on YouTube, and we see that there's good viewership, and we see that we're confident that we can do it better. So once you find a sub-niche where you research the market, there is viewership, but you feel like you could do it a little bit better, that's when you found a sub-niche that is potentially worth considering. And then once you find your sub-niche, now we have to consider our content genre. What kind of content are we going to make specifically for the sub-niche? And I decided on doing info videos. But when we first built the channel, we started with around 3 to 4 content genres. We had our info videos, we had this sort of like experiments, kind of testing out TikToks, and then we had our revenge content, which was literally directly taken from Minecraft, which is like stories of like, this guy stole something from me, so then I like got revenge on him. And it's kind of like a scripted role-play story. And this, I think, is really what you want to be working in. Like, this is what your niche needs to look like for a successful YouTube channel. Like, it's something that is kind of 3 layers deep, and then you're doing something specific for that audience. And the reason why we want to do this at this level is because once you get to something that's this specific, you can be the only person on YouTube that's making those videos, or at the very least, you can easily be the best person on YouTube making those videos. Like, we found that, okay, of our 3 to 4 content genres, there were some people that were doing stuff that's kind of similar, but it was just like so bad. Like, the videos were being made by like 12-year-olds. They were just messy and poorly edited and just not entertaining. And then some of our content, like, there was just nobody doing it at all. Like our info style content, which is what we eventually settled upon, there was no one else doing. So from these 3 to 4 content genres, eventually you do want to pick one genre, eventually, but you want to pick one genre after trying 3 to 4. So essentially you try out 3 to 4 content genres in your sub-niche and then pick the best one, basically, the one that performs the best. And that is how we settled upon our niche. So from this process, our niche eventually became doing these tips and tricks videos about Blox Fruits, which is a game in Roblox. And Roblox is a game that kids play within the gaming genre. So whatever, you want to just start with a really broad market genre, like something really broad for this market, which is gaming, and then narrow that down to something that's like still really big, but specific, so Roblox for us, and then the sub-niche of Blox Fruits in Roblox, and then 3 to 4 content genres, and then picking the best one. So the second step was doing our content ideas. How do you come up with these 3 to 4 content genres, right? So what you want to do is you essentially go a couple layers up. So we go back to our original subgenres of Roblox, and you look in areas that are different to the sub-niche that you picked, and find out what are people doing in those areas that are successful that nobody has done for your specific sub-niche yet. A lot of what we did was we would look at other Roblox games and see things other people were doing, these like Brookhaven, for example. Like, we looked a lot at Brookhaven videos, and people in Brookhaven were doing these like scripted stories. And so it's like, okay, nobody's doing this sort of role-play story content for Blox Fruits, so why don't we try that? And that's one of our ideas right there. And then info content was something that I actually got from a Minecraft channel. This is a super, super popular Minecraft channel, like just absolutely crushing it. Like 52 million views a month. I don't even know if he's posting shorts or not. Okay, he's posting a little bit of shorts, but most of this is from like long-form views. Just absolutely insane views, like 2 to 3 million views a video, 9 million views on this one, just like absolutely incredible. And I wanted to do this content style, but I couldn't do it in Minecraft, right? Because this guy's just dominating the scene. There's like 20 other people that are copying this guy. So I want to take this idea and do it for something that hasn't been done before. So I started with this channel idea, and I decided, okay, we're going to do this in Roblox. And that was essentially how I came up with the info content idea that we ended up doing. And then the experiments idea I got from this channel, just actually testing like myths and stuff. So he was doing Roblox for Bed Wars at the time when I saw his channel. And that's how I got the idea for this kind of like experimental content that we only ever actually did one video for. But I just like to have, you want to have a few different genres of content that you can try when you start out. So we've assembled our content ideas by essentially just looking at other things in these categories that are not this very specific one that we're doing. And that's the power of doing this like super subgenre, sub-niche, specific content genre thing, is that you can get ideas so easily because you just have to take them from something that's like sort of similar but not really that similar to what you're doing, and then you just find something that nobody has done before for the specific sub-niche that you're planning on doing. That's how we go. You really got to be going, I think, at least 3 layers deep, and then doing something specific within those 3 layers is really key for being successful. Like, if we just wanted to make overall gaming videos, it would be so hard, because people don't really watch videos about overall gaming at the end of the day. Like, the overall gaming market is so massive, but there isn't really that many videos you can make about just overall gaming. You could do like news and like commentary or like documentaries, but even most variety gaming channels, the individual videos on an individual level are still videos that are being made about one game, right? So I would say you should never go more shallow than at least a subgenre. Like, you want to go at least 2 layers deep always. If you've never grown a YouTube channel before, you should definitely be going 3 layers deep. You can also even go 4 layers deep. This funnel kind of is 4 layers deep because at the end of the day, we're doing one specific content style for Blox Fruits. So this really is actually 4 layers deep, not even 3 layers deep. So we get our content ideas from looking at things that are slightly above our layers here, and then just researching the YouTube's markets and getting ideas from other people, what other people are doing, and then taking things that would work for your subgenre, your sub-niche content genre, and then doing that, and you can be the first one to do that. So we were really the first one to do this style of like tricks video for Blox Fruits. People have done like guides and like help videos and beginner stuff, but nobody ever really did it in this kind of like tricks format. And so that we were able to be really successful with that. Even Blox Fruits is a game, by the way, it's literally like 3 years old, I think, maybe even older. This is really how you can be unique, because you just have to do something that's so specific that nobody's done before, right? Because it's just so unique to that specific thing that it just works really well. So we've got our content idea, and then of course as a part of our content idea for step 3, we got to do market research. Basically what this means is you just want to be able to look at all of the YouTubers in your sub-niche. So what I did essentially was I looked through YouTube, and then I searched through Blox Fruits, and I basically just save a bookmark of every single Blox Fruits YouTube channel. And then I would use the vidIQ tools that we showed earlier to also research for new Blox Fruits channels, and then essentially just compile a list of like everybody that's successful in your niche, because you really have to get just a little bit of an understanding of the culture of the viewers, right? So you have to understand your audience, and that's really where this part comes in. So we looked at every single Bloxfruits channel that we could find, which was about like 20 or 30 of them, and then we say like, okay, what are some things that they're doing? Okay, well, most of these guys are doing videos for kids. Like, it's very high energy, fast pacing, engaging editing style. And so, okay, so the audience for this content is definitely going to be younger kids, and we want to do this like highly engaging, fast paced style. You know, getting a good understanding of what the audience is really important too. And then the next step that we get into, so planning the growth strategies. What is our growth strategy? So I have a video specifically about covering growth strategies where I'm going to give you about 20 growth strategies that you can use on your channels. But you do want to have at least like 2 to 3, I would say, is important. Our growth strategies involved a couple things on this channel. So the first one was actually search results, I believe. Yeah, so we had a pretty good initial push from search results. So we had search results. Since we were doing info content, it's okay to use search results. I would say you only want to be using search results as a growth strategy if you're doing info content. And then our second growth strategy was simply just being better, because we had done our market research and analysis. So we had seen all the other channels, and we knew we could make the content better and in a more unique way. So just being better and unique was really good. When I say being better, what I mean by that is essentially just we knew that we could have good average view duration and good CTR. We've had good clickbaits, good titles. Being better doesn't necessarily even mean just being better content-wise. It can even just mean being better marketing-wise than other channels, and we knew that we could do that for sure because a lot of the other channels were not doing good thumbnails. Their titles were very basic and simple. And then we had this like new channel boost strategy that we used that I will talk more about specifically in the growth strategies video, but it's just a really good strategy of just like starting a new channel fresh from scratch, and it gets a little bit of a boost in the algorithm. That combined with like kind of just making unique content and having a really good niche was really just our overall growth strategy. So you want to find the growth strategy for wherever your content is. These ones are maybe a little bit general, but with this channel, it was something that I knew the niche was so good that we didn't have to have as specific of a growth strategy. I would say the more competitive your niche is, the stronger your growth strategies need to be. But the less competitive the niche is, then the less competitive your growth strategies need to be. By the way, we haven't even made videos yet, so we're still going really in depth on just the actual like analysis of the niche here. So the fifth and final thing we did before like actually making videos was learning the niche. And this was pretty straightforward. We just had to, download the game and actually play it, right? Like, it's not really that simple. Like, we still have to play the game, right? Like, we're making videos about a game. We should probably play it, right? So we download the game, play the game for maybe like 5-10 hours. Didn't really have to be a lot. We just watch a bunch of guides on it, watch like some beginner's guides, and just learn the game. And we read the Wikipedia on it, get some information, read a lot of the other guides that people made. Just overall get a general understanding of the niche here, because we're doing a niche where we keep in mind that going into this, right, we literally had no idea what this game was or anything about it. Like, I didn't even know that Bloxfruits was a game that existed until I kind of looked through this process, and then it's like, okay, I realize this is a game and it's a really good market, so we should probably actually like learn it, right? Like, we should learn it, play the game, get an understanding, and then just from there, we were pretty much good to go. So then we finally actually get into the part of like making videos, which is the first step was building the content. For me on this channel, I think I talked about before, this was an automated channel where I had a producer that made the videos for me. So for me, this stage involved a lot of hiring and directing and producing. But I think for most people, this stage, really all this means is just make videos, right? Like, make your first video, see how it turns out, and go from there. And that's really what we did. We just make 3 to 4 videos. I think try each of your content genres here. You can see like in our first 4 videos, we already tried like most of our genres, right? We tried our story video, we tried our info tricks video, and we tried our experiments video. And when we're trying these content genres, we're not so much looking at results first, right? Because if we take a look deep into this video, it didn't blow up right away. We posted it, February 4th, and it didn't actually blow up until about like February 14th-ish, right? Like 10 days later. Same with these other videos too that originally performed pretty well, right? So this one, it's like, okay, we posted it January 30th, and then it took about a week, and then it blew up, right? So this is the video that first blew up on our channel. So the lesson here is that you don't want to necessarily be judging your content right away at the start live performance. You have to kind of judge it from a content creator lens of like, how good is this content? How well does this fit in this niche? And what we found was that this story content doesn't really fit the niche very well because the limitations of the game made it a little bit too difficult to make a believable story, so it was a little bit too fake, and the stories weren't really that interesting because there isn't a way in the game for someone to like steal something from other players very well, so we kind of had to like basically pretend that the stuff got stolen, and it was very weird. And this experiment style as well was just like, it was kind of okay, but it just didn't come out to be entertaining. It wasn't like informative. It wasn't really interesting. It was like it was too fast, too simple. And we found this tricks video was really good. Like, this was a really good format. We had a really good marketing for it too. So after these first 4 videos, that's when we get into our next step, which is really just improving the content. So you want to, you have to review things that happened from your first few videos and your content genres, and then to this stage, we're starting to get into the phase where we're like slowly treading towards picking one genre. We haven't fully picked a genre yet, but it's like, okay, we like this content a little bit more than this other one, but let's try this one with a little bit of a different spin on it, like something completely, like just a little bit different, something that'll be maybe better, and then this one we could do more of it since we liked it. And this one, we didn't really like that much, so we're probably not going to do that much more of it. So we're narrowing our ideas down from 3 to 4 concepts down to like 2 to 3, 1 to 2, improving the content further. A lot of this comes down to just practice, improvements, feedback. I would show the videos to a couple friends, get some feedback on them, show them to some YouTubers, just get some really good feedback, and then of course I would always give feedback in return to my friends too on their videos, and then like just kind of discuss with like our editors, our teammates, just like, what are we doing here? What is good about this? Like, why is this good? How can we do more of it? What do we need to do next? Once we've got the content to a good spot, we work on improving the marketing. Marketing meaning just kind of your titles and thumbnails specifically. So we work on improving the marketing a lot. We had a few thumbnail concepts that we were trying. A lot of these were actually not that good, but then we have this 2-panel style that we really liked. I really like these formats of like this 2-panel style and then this like infinite money. So we have these 2 concepts and we're just kind of refining these things, working on them more. Like each thumbnail you make is just practice. So a lot of this, by the way, towards the second half comes down to just practice, right? Like we're practicing the content. How do we improve the content? Well, we just practice it a lot more, analyze it once it's done, show it to other people, get some feedback, review it with your friends maybe, or just people that are in the genre. Like we would go and join like the Roblox Blox Fruits Discord, and then in that Discord we would show our videos to players and say like, hey, what do you think about this video? Can we give some feedback? Or honestly, you could even just like pay people for feedback. We would like find some people, say like, hey, we'll give you $10 or we'll give you some Robux, which is the Roblox currency. We'll give you some Robux to just do an in-depth review of our video, see what you think, and just get some good feedback, and then just find some way, any way to get some good feedback so that you can improve and make adjustments. Watch your own videos and look at it through a critical lens and find a lot of things to improve on your own too pretty easily. Same with the marketing style, we're just working on our thumbnails, working on our titles, judging the CTR, especially looking at the analytics of the CTR. Like this video actually somehow is kind of blowing up right now. That's kind of cool. This video wasn't super great, but like why was it? Overall, the video idea wasn't super good. The thumbnail here was a little bit tricky because it's a little bit too hard to understand. Like this thumbnail here, so this part on the left is supposed to be a bunch of like sea beasts, and then there's like this fruit that gives you extra arms. The sea beasts here, it's so hard to even see. Like you can't even really tell what that is. Like I didn't even realize what that was until I read the text. And then this arms fruit, in my opinion, is just not really that interesting. But we still got like this kind of good concept that we're nailing down, working on improving, just keep trying to push the thumbnails to be better. Like we had, this thumbnail was really, really good. This like kind of god chest idea was a little bit inspired by like this infinite style. A lot of improving marketing just comes down to experimenting. Like you gotta just try new thumbnail styles, try new concepts, work on your thumbnail skill, do some research, look at what other people are doing in the niche. A lot of these ideas, right, like this thumbnail style is pretty obviously based on this channel, right, from QBank. Like we got this thumbnail style from him. Just look at the channel, right, like it's obvious. We basically just like linked this thumbnail style. And we kind of just improved on it a little bit better, like made the text a little bit bolder, a little bit brighter and bigger, and then doing obviously the tricks that you show in the thumbnail is really important too, so just improving those. And so from there, really the final step is to just refine the video ideas. So from there, it's like refine the video ideas, this is the point where you kind of need to be getting some results to get to this stage. So if you're not getting any results, well, you probably need to be doing other video ideas actually. So you can definitely do this without getting results. It's just like you have to essentially, once you've gotten the content to a good spot, you've got the marketing to a good spot, things are built, you understand the niche, say, okay, you should be able to do this now. You should be able to know what's a good video idea or not. And then at this point, you want to essentially just very aggressively remove all video ideas from your production that are not good, right? So we had these 3 to 4 content genres. So this is the stage where you just pick one genre. Tricks, videos for Blox Fruits, and then we just fully focus on that completely, and then we just get super good at it, and then that is really the final step. So we're refining things, we're tweaking things, we're still trying to get practice in and improve, and we're still working on improving the content, improving the marketing, improving our understanding of the niche and the growth strategies and executing on everything. Just comes down to like optimizing all those aspects and refining those elements. So now once you've fully refined the video ideas, the final and really the last step is just double down on everything that works. Just completely forget everything that's not working, only do the stuff that's working, and just keep doing that for as long as you can until it's not working anymore, and then you can try to pivot to something else. But this content style, like, you could probably take a look at our channel here. Whenever time you're watching this video at, just look up this channel, see how it's doing, you know, like, you could see how far we came probably. And this content style, I think we're going to be able to do for a really long time. Obviously, not every content style is going to last forever, so doubling down on what's working is not a foolproof strategy, but it's just really good to ensure like as much success as possible. So we're just going to continue doing what's working for as long as we can. And that's really like how I do my channels. That's kind of like our overall thought process behind doing a channel, like how we decide what we want to do and why. I like to say that really my entire workload is like, comes down to just hiring people, training the people that I hire, and then finding new channels to do. Like that is pretty much 100% of my day-to-day workload with my overall production setup now, since I'm only really doing automated channels. That is the overall case study for this channel. That's how we went from literal zero, complete scratch, absolutely nothing, to making $4,000 a month in about a month and a half. The reason why I like to use this channel as well for examples is because this is one of the first channels I've grown in a while where we literally did it from complete scratch. Like, a lot of our other channels, we would promote it from our bigger channels. Like, we had some channels that we grew by promoting it from our Minecraft channel with 1 million subscribers, or from our Valorant channels, Apex, etc. This channel we grew without a single ounce of promotion from anywhere. We didn't even tell anyone this channel existed until it had already blown up. And that's why I think it's such a good example for me to be using for you guys, because obviously you're not going to have access to being able to promote a channel from a different channel that has 1 million subscribers, right? That's just not accessible to beginners, and that's fine, right? Like, you don't need that. I'm proving that right here with this channel, that you don't need that. We didn't promote it at all. We didn't talk about it. We didn't tell anyone. We didn't mention it in a single video. Every single view was fully naturally from the YouTube algorithm. We didn't do anything, any other sort of cross-promotion or external viewership. It was just all from YouTube directly. Okay, this one. So browse features, right? So 50% of views from browse features, 23% from suggested, 18% from YouTube search, 2% from end screens, 2.1% from end screens, and there's nothing from, very, very low, 0.2% from this external traffic source, which is videos from other links or like promotion. Like if we had videos that was promoted from another channel, it would be from this external source. And this number is so statistically insignificant that you can clearly see that we didn't do any of it. I mean, we have more views from like playlists, like what the heck, who watches this video from a playlist, right? And I think this is a really good niche. If you want to do a channel like this, I would highly recommend you just do the same thing for a different game in Roblox. Like, you could literally just take this exact channel, completely copy what we did, and just do it for a different game in Roblox. Like, you could just do it for Brookhaven or Doors or Pet Simulator. Like, I'm probably going to be doing more channels like that too, to be honest, because of how easy this one was to grow. We're definitely planning to expand into other Roblox games, but obviously a big part of this course is that I want you guys to fully get the 100% understanding of everything I'm doing. So if people watch this course and they end up just competing with me, then that's okay. I'm okay with that. You know, it's totally fine. I want to just encourage you guys to be successful and do whatever it takes to become successful. So I'm totally fine if some of you guys want to copy my ideas, copy my formulas, copy my strategies. That's why this course isn't free, right? So I think it's fine, and overall it's going to be okay for me. I'm going to be doing just fine no matter what happens, so you don't have to worry about me. And if you are interested in Roblox, you could definitely take this and use this as a niche, but even so more so, you could take this exact formula and just apply to whatever niche that you're doing on your own. Like, you could do this kind of content for a different game, a completely different game. It could be, you know, Grand Theft Auto, Fortnite, like these other games that I passed up previously that I decided not to do. You could try those. That's it. That was our case study. Hope you enjoyed. We got some more tricks and tips in the next videos too, so definitely stay tuned. Thanks for watching.